not an improvement on your previous status. I have better dexterity than him with 16 and better armor class at 18 than him.
Basically, he's sizing the little guy up.
Yeah.
So I begin to look myself over and reach for my weapons.
And it seems like everything is there.
Is the little man near us, or is he still at the entrance of the
He's
gate?
currently at the entrance with Boogie behind him and Emus next to him.
I'm going to look over at Cal and say, I wonder if he is Akata or Akati. Who
If
gave
I
us
hear
the
that, I
blessings.
yell back to her, no, he's not.
How do you know?
Thought Akati was a goddess.
He doesn't seem all that strong, and Akati's
He just
probably...
brought 4 chosen back from the dead.
That is true. He was able to do that, which is...
That is a good point. Good on him. Shoot. We could use somebody like him. That's a good ability.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to the little guy. Can you teach us how you revived us?
He reaches out and gently grabs your hands and kind of like smacks them together, showing you the flesh and pinching on like the meaty parts. And he sadly shakes his head and says, not good, not good. As if your hands aren't capable.
Oh, because you're flesh. And he's a god. I'm going to ask him.
I knew it! Confirmed!
Are you a Katie?
He turns around and looks at you and ponders for a moment and then lets out a very boisterous laugh. And puts his hands up defensively. Not good, not good.
Is a Katie not good?
Not bad.
Do you speak any language?
Not good.
Oh.
And he...
Hey, don't give my man a hard time. He just helped us out.
He holds his hands together and you see them both glow a light. He then holds his hands out and collapses himself into sand and like moves along the sand and pops back out of the sand. And he like grabs a hold of his throat and says, not good.
I did not follow that. I heard the word you said, but geez,
you are an actual omen that somebody has set in place.
Disappeared. He shakes his head no. But then he thinks for a moment and says yes. He is a little confusing guy.
Do you know who we are?
He turns and nods yes.
Oh, hey.
Were you destined to save us?
Thinks for a moment and then nods yes again.
Wow! You actually knew that as a yes? Jeez.
Did someone tell you about us or instruct you to be here?
He thinks about it again and then nods yes.
Do you know Mistra?
He turns and looks at you and nods yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, geez, this guy.
How long have you been waiting for us?
Turns around. Not bad.
You have to ask yes or no questions, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, from his tone of voice, it sounded like not all that long that he had to wait. Cal, have you got that vial?
Oh, wait.
Nico's?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should.
I don't think he can do it, but we can ask him.
Let's see.
No, we don't have apple juice. Yeah, we could try, but I doubt it because there's no body for him to go into.
Well, you want to present the vial to him and see what he does?
Sure. Sorry, I'm also dealing with Gar. So, yeah.
Little guy.
We can give you a minute.
Not bad.
I absolutely insist that our D&D game takes priority over your child.
Not good.
And Mike really likes coming up with these characters that are very difficult to communicate with.
I know, right?
Well, in my opinion, I do think there should be a correlation of absurdity to power. Like the more powerful innately a creature is, I think the more absurd mentally they should be in personality wise.
Oh, that's really fun.
So, can I ask the DM a question?
What?
Was the whole plan for him to revive us before we made a decision, or us touching the glass make a difference?
You don't even know that he revived you.
Oh, so my answer to that is I totally believe that we could have taken the deal before he revived us, but touching the glass short-circuited that, and we made a great deal by holding off.
I want
But
to take
Michael
that
just
one.
said that he's not even. We're not even sure that this Omen dude revived us.
Correct, and I want to interpret that in saying that maybe we weren't actually dead. Maybe we were just unconscious.
Yeah.
And all of us having the same unconscious level of hallucination.
Well, the really powerful entity could absolutely take our unconscious consciousness and port us into the same area.
So, Calamity, how are you giving him the vial?
Pull it out and say, could you bring back our friend Nico? Is that possible?
Reaches out and very, very delicately takes it out, the vial, and holds it with two hands. The robots innately come over to like help him out, and he like holds up a hand for them to keep their distance.
So I say out loud, I assume this goes without saying, but he is a fellow chosen.
He nods towards Boogie and responds to Calamity. Yes. Or sorry, he nods yes. He doesn't say yes.
I was going to be like, what? He just learned a word.
No way. He can bring back Nico. No way.
Hmm.
Can we help you? What do you need?
He looks around at the cave and frowns and shakes his head. Not good, pointing towards everything in the cave.
Not good as in you don't have enough, or you need more, or you need something else.
Yeah, I guess he needs something.
He nods yes.
Don't we have bodies in our bags?
No.
No.
No, we're fresh out of corpses.
I tried.
Hey, this Omen guy, check out this bag I got. A bunch of corpses just start dumping out. Not good, not good.
But we're not mad, I promise, I swear. Oh, that's too funny.
He turns back with the vial and presents it forward to you to take back, Calamity.
Okay.
Can we help you with this task?
Turns and nods yes.
Well, show us what we need to do. Emus is like really excited about this. Like he's like, yeah, let's do this. Get this done.
Yeah, Nico's great.
No, didn't he say that he couldn't do Nico?
Well, he said that he could, but he doesn't have what he needs.
Right. Yeah, this location doesn't have it all. The stuff.
He comes over and reaches down and grabs the sand. Just starts kind of dumping it and thinking.
I bring
that's what
out
he's
some
doing.
paper and a pencil. Well, I mean, medieval pencil, a little quill or whatever, and that way he can at least draw something.
He turns excitedly towards you. Not bad. Walks forward, grabs the utensil, and begins drawing.
While he starts drawing, Emus is going to walk over and check on Stella.
As you approach her, she seems to be peacefully sleeping.
Reach out and like pat her, make sure like don't feel anything broken.
It looks like he begins drawing what looks like a dragon. Then
Okay,
after
I'm
about
playing Pictionary as he's drawing, and it looks like maybe it's a dragon. I say, dragon.
and he points to you and says, "Not bad," and then moves towards the chest and begins drawing kind of like a orbital shaped organ in its chest.
Dragon heart.
Points at you, not bad. And then he takes some of the red sand from the cave and peels it and begins mushing it in his hand, and you watch a light come and turn it into a paste, and he begins painting dragon red.
The red dragon heart. It's the same freaking dragon that's got the sword that I need. Ugh.
I want that dragon heart for my sword. Although
Dum.
I would prioritize Nico. It's just I don't know how the balances work.
And then he flips it over and begins a new drawing on the back.
I'm like all about this game.
It looks like 4 people walking up to a cave.
Okay.
And then the
I
next
guess I
picture on the next half of it looks like almost like a self image of him with his glasses. And then it's you 4 presenting him the heart.
So we have to go into this cave, kill the red dragon, and get his heart, and bring it back here to you for you to revive Nico.
He nods yes.
Well, so
Oh boy.
specifically, it's not that the red dragon has to be in a cave, but specifically wherever the ancient red dragon is, you need its heart.
She probably dwells in a cave. Like to sleep.
Do you know where we can find it?
He nods like almost like a yeah, duh. And he goes out the door and he points towards the mountain across the desert.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
Would you be able to come with us?
He begins holding his hands over the sand, and you see images of what look like little kobolds beginning to form out of the sand and marching forward. And it almost sounds like they have little voices like before like crumbling back into the dust of the sand.
There's
Wow.
Cobalt followers.
So are the kobolds going? Yeah, exactly. Are they trying to fight the dragon, or are they going to be an inconvenience to us? I gotta ask that as a yes or no. Are they going to fight against us?
Yes, are the kobolds going to fight against us?
Yeah. So first I was like, a either or question, but then I was like, I've got to ask that as a yes or no. And then yes, are those kobold's going to fight against us.
You see him think about your question, and then he reaches out and pulls a ton of sand magically, just flows into this area, covering the ground. And then he reaches out and covers the doorway with that sheet, blocking the cave again. And then he comes over to the center of the sand and he begins raising it up magically. And you can see clumps of it forming almost like shooting stars from the sky, and a cantrip cast on them. And you can see these colors coming down, this like same color of the shards when you guys came falling. You can see these figures representing you. And then in the sand, he forms up and illustrates himself coming with his robots, gathering you in the griffins, loading them up and pulling them back to his cave. And then you can see that mountain is further away than it looks in game. But from the mountain, you can see him make kobolds come crawling out of a ton of tunnels from the mountain and down toward where those shards remain. Like, it's a very flat desert between like this cliff and that mountain. So on a clear day, like from both sides, you could see those bright shining.
So the dragon ordered
Gems.
the kobolds to collect the gems that we were trying to. That would make sense.
He turns at you and nods and says, "Not bad."
Okay. So that also means the kobolds are under the influence of the dragon. Well, it looks like we got this 2-day adventure is really turning out to be something else.
Shoot. I really want to return those motes to the ship.
I mean, we still can, but we have an opportunity here to revive Nico. I think that's pretty significant. It should take precedent.
And that also completes the sword needed to raise Bahamut from wherever he's locked away,
Yeah.
which could aid us in our fight against Shar.
The little creature turns and remembers something and goes, and turns and begins walking towards your griffins. As he turns the corner and sees no one following him, he turns around and like,
I'm following.
"Oh, okay."
Okay, I'm gonna follow him.
Oh, also, let's use some Mr. Vision. I want to look at him, whatever person is in front of me, and a griffin, and that's it.
So your allies looks the same. His soul appears to be very powerful and good aligned. And your guys' griffins, as you look over, actually they're so like they have this energy swirling inside of them. I don't know if you guys used your Mistral Vision on them before or not, but it's like almost like this torrential wind swirling inside of them. And he actually goes over to and opens one of the eyelids of the griffins to show you guys. And as it sleeps, this like hue inside of its eye looks like this swirling magical wind glazed over its eyes as it sleeps.
Hmm.
What does that mean?
I'm imagining this one as the purple one.
Which
Okay.
one? Because I was on top of the one that I was thinking.
Purple griffin. The one that he's near. Anyways, so he opens an eyelid while it's sleeping, and it looks like swirling inside, you said?
Yeah, it almost looks like a windstorm on like magically laid on top of the eye as it's sleeping.
Oh, on top of the eye. Like almost like it makes the eye a little bit more difficult to see.
Yes.
Cool.
Is it good or bad? I ask.
He looks over to you and like a blank stare and then a couple blinks. Not bad.
It seems kind of awesome.
Okay. Will they wake up soon? Do you know?
He shrugs.
Well, maybe we should rest here and make sure that our griffins wake up before we try to make a journey out to see a dragon anyway.
So, I'm weighing some options here. If we go immediately back to the ship and drop off the moats. Actually, I guess I gotta look around and make sure there are moats for me to drop off. If we go there, then we can quickly and more easily get near the dragon, as opposed to having our griffins kind of tired out from traveling to it. Or we can just go the most direct path.
So maybe we could
which
fly
might save the
back.
most time.
So maybe we could fly back then. Sorry, I was talking so loud. There's a lot of music. So maybe we fly back, get the ship operational, come back with the whole ship to take on the kobolds and the dragon.
Exactly. I was thinking of using the griffins more as sprinters rather than distance travelers.
What do you guys think? I'm on board for that idea.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I don't think there's a ticking time bomb for Nico to be rezzed.
Right.
There could be, and we don't know about it, but
And that way we can also plan and bring support and gear up for a fight with the dragon.
Okay. That's sounding like a great idea. Omen,
wait,
would
you're not
you-
coming through, Michael.
Oh, as you call out for the omen, he is leaning forward and sniffing with a little bit of disgust on Emus, like just now picking up kind of a odor on him.
Okay.
And
I'm
he
a little
curiously
confused
looks
by
over,
say Omen. Do you want
he's
to
gonna come
wait
over and sniff
here,
you too.
or do you want to go somewhere else?
Ignoring you, he begins going over, sniffing Bezoit, and then he runs over and starts sniffing Calamithy.
Oi,
really-
I know I need a bath. I put up with like karate hands up in front of me.
He shakes his head in a very serious demeanor, like he's not joking around. Not good.
What's he looking for?
He detects something on us.
In a memento. He reaches forward.
We can't hear you, Mike. You're real quiet.
Is this better?
Yep.
That's great.
Yes.
He reaches forward and into the stone. A magic pulse emits and leaves this symbol in the stone.
Freaking for real!
Which symbol's that one?
Syrinx.
Why?
So he's watching us. So it was freaking Syrinx.
This little punk again. I mean, we're bound to not obstruct him, but jeez, man.
Well, is it not just because we've made a deal with him not to resurrect Mistra unless we want Bezoit to die?
Oh yeah, potentially.
So I wonder if that deal is just the smell on us.
Huh. Maybe.
Like it's tarnished our spirits.
We could describe it to him. I trust him completely.
So
Guys?
that's up to you if you want to.
Okay, hearing that, I'll describe what I remember using my amulet of the deal that we made with Sirik.
Is that correct, Michael? That Sirik's mark?
That is Sirik's mark, yes.
So I
Okay.
described to him the deal that we made
Mhm.
with Sirik about Bezoits. So
Do you follow that up with a question, or you just tell him what happened?
So I tell him that's what happened. I guess I'll ask, is that the only problem that you think we might have right now?
He shakes his head no.
Oh, shoot. See? That little jerk. I'm out of ideas. Somebody else think of something.
So if it's yeah, I don't know either.
He reaches over and wipes his hand across the symbol, and it dissolves, looking like natural stone again.
Are you saying you know how to get rid of the agreement we made?
He's like walking out, and he turns around and just shakes his head no, and he just continues towards the door.
You left us?
Oh, maybe Sirik is watching us again, even though he kind of said that he wouldn't.
I open my shirt and I'm asking, is it glowing?
Are you using your Mr. Vision or what?
I'm asking them to use their Vision on me.
Well, you can do it to yourself.
By opening your shirt?
It's on my chest. How am I going to look down and see? Look at my boobs and tell me if they are glowing.
Stunning, darling.
Is anyone going to or no?
Sure.
I do not use Mr. Vision.
It does look like there is a seal on her chest from the ancient oath.
Does it look like he's peering into it, though?
No.
So he thinks that it's not related to that specific thing. I don't know what else it could be. I'm at a loss right now. I say, sitting down in the corner.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
You
Yeah,
hear
I'm
what
laying
sounds
on
like
top of my griffin now.
sand shifting outside, and then hardening, but otherwise nothing else. And your griffin seems happy with your body heat and is tossed around and then wraps you up in its big wings and then continues sleeping.
Where is Omen at? Where'd he go?
He stepped outside.
Okay, I'm gonna head outside and ask. Are you saying? Do you think it's a good idea for us to come back to deal with the dragon later, or should we? Yeah, that's a yes or no question.
Turns and looks at you. He kind of shrugs. And he holds up a piece of sand or like a fist of sand and begins dumping it. And the wind begins to blow it towards like the west. But then the wind kind of like almost like sucks back and some of the sand goes to the east before the wind continues back towards the west. He shrugs again.
Is it beginning to get dark? Is that why the cave got darker?
Yeah, sun is setting.
I'm gonna
He looks like he now has a spear in his hand. Like that hardening sound was sand forming into like a spear and then hardening, and now
like he's
it's
gonna
in his
fight?
hand.
Or
Oh,
is he
no,
gonna cut this thing off of me?
no, he's not. He was just standing facing away before Emus came and started talking to him. He was facing outward towards the wreckage and stuff.
I would like to simply kneel down onto the ground and perform magic to create food and water
Okay.
as I summon 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water
Wow.
and
Where
ask
do you get
anybody
that
if
from?
it's one of my spells.
Did you upcast it? I'm curious.
Huh?
I'm curious if you upcasted created food and water. I don't know.
I don't
What do
think
mean
you
if I
can't. No,
upcasted?
no, she didn't. No. You can't
Um,
upcast it. There's no benefit to doing so.
So as I summon this food,
Well, you could, but
I'm
there's no
gonna
benefit.
ask everybody, "Are you hungry? Please come eat." And then I'm gonna holler, "Omen, hungry? Food?"
His long ear kind of twitches, and he's gonna shrug and begin walking inside.
Are
And as
we
he
safe
turns
here?
and sees what the food is for, he like furrows his brows and shakes his hand. Not bad, not bad. He's gonna deny the food.
Are we safe here for now?
He nods. Not bad.
I noticed you have a spear. Do you think the kobolds might come tonight?
He turns and looks at you and nods yes.
Oh, great.
Well, maybe we should stay the night, help make sure that he stays safe, and then in the morning we set out.
No matter what, we need our griffins rested.
That's true.
Once they're good, then we can do either thing.
The griffins look like, I bet you if you woke them up, they'd be fine. But they are like they're not going to just wake up on their own. Well, I don't. You know what I mean? Like they're at a
Right,
point
yeah.
where like they get sleep longer, but they are rested at this point.
Okay.
I say we eat our fill, and then give the remaining to the griffins, and then maybe us catch some sleep. I don't know how well rested we feel. If nothing else, our mental capacity should be pretty drained.
This little construct comes over and begins picking up some of the food that you made, and then whirls away.
What's he doing with it?
Yeah,
Then he
I'm also
comes and
curious.
drops it by this griffin, and then he comes and gets some more.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I say to the little construct.
They don't seem to talk. It fit right in. All right.
So then, as I would like to wake my griffin up because I would like him to protect us while we rest. They seem to have gotten rest, right?
Okay, how you waking
Oh,
your griffin up?
shoot.
How am I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
hold
over
up,
there and
Bozoy.
nuzzle its cheek.
As you nuzzle your cheek and its eyes waken, this breeze begins to like fill the cave here, picking up speed. And as it stands up and stretches and spreads its wings, the air flows perfectly through all of its feathers and stuff. And its eyes blink forward or blink open, and you can see that storm has subsided, but there is this still like magical energy circling the outside of the griffin's eyes,
So
and
cool.
he seems
I'm gonna-
full of energy.
I'm going to ask him, "Are you good, friend?"
And he
As I
lets
look
out
deep
a
into his
very
eyes.
excited like call, like a very loud "Rah!"
Are you hungry? I've got you some food.
He is going to turn his eyes, and all of a sudden he becomes back into predator mode, and he sees the food, and that's all he can think about. And he reaches down and grabs the first bit of food he can see.
So what says you guys? We take a short rest while our griffins protect us and
Sure, sounds like
do
a
as
plan.
Zemus suggested.
Oh, so You're thinking like a 30-minute cat nap or something, and then
So it'd be like an hour here and then head out.
Well, I was thinking, like, I don't know how far away those things are. I was guessing like 4 hours rest or shorter if something happened, so that we could defend this guy before we set out.
So in between you and the mountain range is all those gemstones.
what gemstones? What? I don't remember that being mentioned.
When the spire collapsed, a bunch of gemstones got revealed, and they're all glittering down in the valley between the two
I
mountain
thought
peaks.
it was literally like,
I said gemstones. It's the nodes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
let's go get those craps right now. Middle of the night, let's just go get them, and then we can snatch them up before Cobbles can get them.
Okay. We could do that.
Um,
how about asking Omen what he thinks?
sure. Go
I
ahead.
mean, he knows this place.
Yeah. Ask your yes/no question.
With the call and the excitement and the smell of food, all the other griffins seem to be waking up now. And as each one wakes, the cavern is like filled with so much wind, like it's hard to hear for a little bit until they stretch and kind of calm down.
Interesting.
Hype.
Hey, Omen, do you recommend us going out now and collecting those nodes?
He grips onto his spear and nods yes.
Okay.
Would
well,
you like us to lead the way, or are you going to lead the way? Us?
He nods
As I
yes.
point to myself. And I'm like, all right, guys, you ready for this?
Oh, so I was thinking of moving some sand around and burying this cavern. And then once we have the heart, we come back and unbury you. Does that sound like a good idea?
Shakes his head no.
Hmm.
And then dissolves into the sand and disappears. And you can see the sand raise very quickly, but he's traveling very quickly in the sand out the door.
Okay. There's absolutely no need for us to protect him. He is sand.
They're very close.
All right.
Okay.
Emus is gonna wake up Stella, or reach out for Stella and find a pet. And all right.
As you
You ready
guys
for
reach
this?
out and commune with your griffins, you sense a very strong power within them. They seem stronger than before.
Do we know why?
I bet you it's a blessing.
Well, Akadi favors aerial beasts more than humans.
Who the frick is Sakati?
That's the air
The one that
goddess
you
that we
said, a
just went to the...
Katie.
Yeah, I know. Who is it, though?
That's the deity that we gave the money to.
Yeah.
She is the goddess
Oh.
of air, illusion, trickery, and travel.
Oh, now it makes sense why she blessed us.
Yeah.
All
As I
right.
set out on my journey, the realization just now dawning on me who she is. I look upwards and I say, "Thank you so much for the blessings."
And almost as if in response, you hear this kind of dreadful sound in the distance. The wind blows for a moment, and then you hear boom, boom, the sound of war drums in the distance.
Let's get those darn nodes.
Okay.
And that